right, Greenleaf fans. Now, real quick, after I did my episode review and posted it for last week's episode, The Stranger, I immediately got a couple comments right off the bat about how Lady May really doesn't care about anyone but herself and getting the church back. And what I've liked in the past couple episodes is Bishop calling her out on her bull, and even Carissa in regards to telling Lady May that she's all proud and boastful and egotistical, and the fact that she is more willing to point the finger and show the flaws of everyone else, that she doesn't look in the mirror to consider the fact that she played a part in everything that's been going on, from Faith to Mac to Bishop, the church, everything. It's just one of those situations where, yeah, you can say that, hey, it isn't all her fault, but at the same time, she isn't even considering that any of it is her fault whatsoever. She's quick to say, you need to do this, you need to not go over there, you need to stay in the church, you need to get this role, you need to stay squeaky clean, without looking at the cracks in her own mirror. And that is something that needed to be said. And even Bishop's like, you don't want to be heard, you want to be obeyed. And I'm just like, man, he's something else for trying to, ask her to marry him again. But the fact that, slowly, but one thing I have liked about this season is slowly but surely, it seems like, not in every episode, but just about, May is being hit with reality. Yeah, she slapped Carissa, but it seems like she's being metaphorically slapped emotionally and whatnot by reality, by remember, I'm not really in tune with the name. Was it Sister Misty Waters? God, oh man, I probably messed it up. But she was the character who needed to speak with Grace, but Grace wasn't at the church, so she spoke to Phil. Then we had May and Bishop going over to her house, and then she told May about how nobody in the church wants to see her preaching. Like, it's not about Bishop. And once again, this was the what was it called? Visions and Dreams, Dreams and Visions. Pretty much when May had that dream and thought Bishop was the one that needed to apologize. But then it was made clear to her that it wasn't Bishop who was the problem. It was her, in regards to the, people in the church, or more specifically, this woman and her husband not voting for the Greenleafs to be in charge, specifically because of the fact that it just didn't seem likely for May not to know what her brother was doing to the girls in the church. So in this upcoming episode, we have May's name being taken out of the scholarship, and then she's doing what she can in order to secure her reputation and legacy in Calvary. So it's almost like, if she took a moment to reflect on what I need to do, what I might have missed on, it may help her in order to move forward while she's trying to push everyone else. I mean, for me, yeah, don't really trust AJ. I think Grace is just doing it out of guilt, doing what she can to kind of make up for lost time with her son. But at the same time, I wasn't a big fan of how May was like, hey, we're going to throw this convict, this criminal, under the bus in order to keep yourself squeaky clean, because getting the church back is top priority over everything else. And it's kind of weird how she's quick to say to Bishop, hey, we're not going to use underhanded tricks and strategies in order to get the church back from harmony and hope, but we need to win back the hearts and mind of the people in order, and also get our own house in order. But at the same time, while trying to obtain the church back from H&H, she's not really seemingly willing to sing that same song from episode 2, because she's willing to just throw family members under the bus. And yeah, you could argue, well, Jeremy, she did tell Grace to go down there and tell the truth instead of lying like she did to the cops. But at the same time, we just know that May doesn't have any concerns about how anyone else feels with her, like Bishop, in regards to not feeling wanted and missing being up there preaching. He wanted to just go to Atlanta for 1 week. Or excuse me, one Sunday, but it's like, no, we need to stay here and keep up our appearances and whatnot at Calvary instead of prancing around Atlanta. And then with Carissa, it's almost like, hey, I don't want Jacob to leave, and I'll probably do a separate video on that. But yeah, she really just cares about what her agenda is, and as Bishop said, you want it to be obeyed more than anything else. But I guess the question is, will this season allow Lady May to get a wake-up call? I mean, obviously for me and a lot of other people, she's like the Veronica of Greenleaf. But at the same time, it's like, Yeah, let's see if May will actually come to grips with her own shortcomings instead of calling out other people on their own. But yeah, she's definitely a character to watch. Her dialogue is some of my favorite in the series. Her one-liners, her analogies, top notch. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you take a moment to hit that subscribe button if you're new, as well as the like button for this video. And make sure you check me out on social media. Links are in the description below, and I will talk to you all later.